slip on the trail. Don't slip on the trail.
What's up, besties? Welcome back to another video on my channel. It is officially summertime for your girl. If you are new here, I just finished my first year of teaching kindergarten and I'll be on my second year in August. But I have been getting a lot of questions about teaching period, about nannying, about doing them both, and I'm just gonna answer and get all of them out of the way today. And also just some questions I felt like when I get them under my videos, I'm not able to like in-depthly like say everything I want to say. So here we are today in the flesh, in the sun, at the park, and I'm here to answer your questions. Okay? All right, quick intermission before we even get started with this video. If you did not see the clip in my last video where I opened up my moment drinks, I was doing a free giveaway. I'm gonna be announcing the winner to my first free giveaway. You know, your girl has been on her health wave, so I decided to give away these amazing healthy vibey drinks that I tried out myself called Moment. And my winner is Mel Rose. She commented under my video and said, I would like to eat healthier. I eat out every day. Let me get the full comment because I think it got cut off. Mel Rose, where's your comment, sis? Y'all, this video is not gonna be a whole bunch of edits because your girl is tired. Okay, I taught summer school today, first day of summer school. I was laying in the bed after work and I was like, ooh, I'm tired. But I said, I'm going to get up, walk to this park. Well, I didn't walk to the park. I said I was going to get up, film this video, and post it the same day. So that's what I'm doing. All right, let me find my girl Mel Rose's video. Mel Rose's comment. All right, so Mel Rose is the winner. We are living a healthy lifestyle. We are trying to encourage a healthy lifestyle. So these moment drinks are going to help you relax, unwind, and try and avoid things that are maybe bad habits like alcohol or any other way to relax your mind, because the moment drink is going to do it for you. So my girl Mel Rose said, I would like to eat healthier and start working out. I eat out every day for lunch while I'm at work. I feel extremely tired all the time. I never have energy to do much. So that was a lot relatable to me. That was relatable to me, and I think she was also one of the first ones to comment that, and she followed me, all of the above. So Mel Rose, please email me your information. Like 3 questions asked on Instagram. So I'm gonna go ahead and get into my very first question that I have in my notes. I put them in my notes and they'll be on the screen as well. So my first question is, what qualifications are needed to be a nanny? Like, what do I need to qualify to be a nanny? And to go ahead and answer that question, you don't really 100% need any qualifications to be a nanny. What I would say is that you will need some things that parents are going to want and that are going to help you get a job. So for example, you would most likely want to have some type of child care experience in your resume, in your background, like you've worked with kids, no matter if it's in a daycare, a child care center, or even like taking care of your nieces or nephews and like having that documented on your resume. That is definitely #1 thing that you would like to have as a qualification on your resume and to show when you're like applying to be a nanny. Because most parents are gonna be like, okay, you've never worked with kids, like why should I hire you if you've never worked with kids? So I would definitely say like having some type of child care in your background. Why is it getting so hot? Okay. And then #2, on top of the child care experience, I would definitely say to have some type of background check on your resume. Now, I used care.com when I became a nanny, so they were able to give me a background check through the website, and I was able to have that on my profile so the parents could see, like, you know, I don't have any criminal background, you know, I'm an amazing person, like I'm not a bad person, I'm not a criminal. So a background check is definitely going to be asked by just about most parents. and it also is something that just would better qualify you as a good nanny. As far as qualifications, there is not like an actual exam you need to take or schooling you need to take or any type of like online assessment you need to take. You just basically decide that you want to be a nanny, and you do the certain steps that would make you appear as a good, reliable, and trustable nanny. And those were the two things that I did. Like I said, making my care.com account and having my background checks on there, and then also I already had experience as a Montessori teacher and working with kids, so just having that background on there automatically qualified me as a nanny and got me the money. It automatically got me the money, sis. And if you're watching this, I love you, because you know who asked that question. That's my girl. All right, so my next question is, do I still nanny? And I love you, Kendall B. That's so nice. I see you under a lot of my videos, but I do still nanny, and it's somewhat basically coming to an end. I know I've said this like many times, many different periods of my life. I've said like, oh, I'm done nannying, or oh, this is my last time nannying, and I end up back on YouTube with another nannying video. And it's just like, when you have a long-term relationship with your nanny family, it's kind of like never ending. And for some people it can be ending, like you could just basically say like, I'm not watching that kid no more, like I'm not gonna be the nanny no more. You can say that, but the love that I have for my nanny family and that I have for Nina and her parents, I will always be in their life. So when it comes to stopping nannying, I would say it's not consistent. Like, I don't nanny on a schedule. I don't nanny on a set routine. I nanny when I have free time, and I nanny whenever they need help and I'm available, like randomly, like occasionally. I would definitely say it's multiple times throughout the month, but like I say, it's not on a regular schedule, and it's to the point where I have freedom and when I feel like I have the capacity to nanny after teaching all day or all week. So that is that. I do still nanny, like I said, but it's when I feel like it. On to the next question. These birds is wilding, y'all. Please, camera, don't get too hot. Please, camera. All right, my next question is, did I have to take everything down from the walls? I did answer this on my channel, but I'm gonna like speak a little bit more about that. It was my first year of teaching this year. Hence, I've said it like how many times already? It was my first year teaching this year, and it was also my first time taking down my classroom and getting it ready for like summer checkout. Sorry if I have like a lot of burping like stuff like right now. But yeah, I had to take everything down from my walls, and you basically had to make the classroom look like brand spanking new, like nobody has been in there before. And granted, I am staying in the classroom that I was in, so all I had to do was move all of my shelves and all of my like 10 drawer cabinets, tables, everything had to get moved to the center so they could clean it. And then for the walls, like they didn't want any super glue on the walls, any tape, any putty that you use to make things stick. All of that had to get taken down. And when I tell you, sister, next year I'm not using anything but masking tape to hang things on my walls, because it took me, that was the hardest part of getting my classroom unpacked, was taking those things off of the wall that I had like hot glued on it. Not hot glue, I did not hot glue, by using those like peel and stick type of little mushy little things that make things stick. Don't do it. That was the worst idea, but it did make the thing stay. But then again, I didn't know because I was a first year. So I'm telling you now, you are gonna have to take everything off of your walls depending on your school, but just to be safe, be smart about what you're using to put things up on your wall. Okay, all right, let me make sure we're in focus, because I really don't want to have to redo this video. Why does it have to make my camera hot? Just tell me why. So yeah, that's that. I also knew that myself when I first became a teacher setting up my classroom, but in the moment I did not care. I was just ready to get my stuff up, have my classroom looking cute. But I'm here to tell you yourself, like, just listen to me, sister, because in May you're going to be looking crazy when you're scraping things off your wall for an hour. Let me check my surroundings, make sure nothing is like, make sure nothing's over there. So that's that. On to my next question. This is a pretty lengthy question, but I'm basically gonna like summarize it, chop it up for you guys so we can understand it. And I told her I was gonna answer this in the Q&A, so here I am, sis, in the Q&A. Liz, I think this is Liz. No, this is not Liz, okay? Liz asked the last question. So basically, she has a first grade student and she's a tutor, and she's saying that the student is not super focused during learning or with one-on-one time, and his tests have been like below average. So she's having a hard time like trying to get the student focusing, and the parents that are paying her to tutor are looking for results and they're kind of not seeing them. So what can I do to ease the parents as well as change the way we have been doing things to where we are seeing results? Basically, if you have a student that is not focusing during one-on-one, and then you also on the other hand have parents that are trying to see these magical miracle results, let me tell you this, okay? This is what I would do, because I have experienced this before. Basically, all parents know their students, all parents know their kids, and for me as a teacher, as a nanny, I'm not a tutor, but I can see how I could be one. I would have to sit down and talk to those parents and let them know what I am struggling with that child when it comes to focus, when it comes to getting work done, what area is he struggling in. If it's reading, I'm struggling with him with reading. I need you to help me as parents to spend time at home reading with him, to spend time at home reading little signs at the park, reading little 3-letter words that you see on the go. We need your help so this student can be challenged in all environments, at home, at school, at nannying, at tutoring. It's all gonna help. All right, so we're gonna walk and talk because my camera keeps getting hot. But basically, I am not gonna blame myself when it comes to a student's progress when I am doing my best, and also I know that the focus is not 100% there. So like I said, have things that the parent can work on at home with the student, whether it's focusing on paying attention when somebody's teaching you, or reading a book, or even just reading to them at all. That's 100% my suggestion for that. Yeah, that's the best that you can do, is have the parents take control as well, because you can't do it all by yourself, and you definitely just have to communicate the struggles that you're having with him as well. Now, my next question is, do you think it's better being an elementary teacher compared to a daycare teacher? That's a pretty good question. Being an elementary teacher is a lot of responsibility, is a lot of things you have to get done and take care of as a teacher. So 100%, I would say it depends on your workload. Like for me, I'm out of school now, I don't nanny, so being an elementary school teacher is a lot easier for me. It's a lot more doable than being a daycare teacher in college and nannying. Like, I was doing all three when I was a daycare. Well, I was never a daycare teacher, so a Montessori teacher. I'm not doing Montessori. Why did I do that? It was a real job. I had my own classroom as a Montessori teacher. But if you were in like a daycare, like Kids Are Kids, or specifically a daycare center, I would definitely say it's a lot easier. But like I said, when it comes to teaching, it is a lot of things that you have to control as a teacher. Like, you got to contact parents, make lesson plans. It's a lot, okay, sis? So if you're teaching, you better only be doing teaching, okay? And that's my honest advice. My next question, I think it's better to walk and talk. I'm getting my workout in, even though I'm out of breath, and I'm talking to you guys. People are looking at me crazy, but I don't care, honey. I guess I got my little thought dress on too. I don't care, child. It's me, Kendall B. All right, the next question is, hello, I am thinking of getting my master's in elementary education. My question for you is, did you purchase all of your classroom materials / manipulatives? That was a really, really, really good question, because, oh, I'm out of breath. That was a really good question, because I 100% did purchase all of my own materials when it came to my classroom. And before I did become a teacher, I expected different. Like, I always heard that, you know, you would be provided with money from maybe the principal or I don't know who the money came from, but I just expected that I was going to be given money to purchase the things for my classroom, but that was not the case, okay? Oh my gosh, this camera is heavy. I'm about to go sit down by a tree. This is a lot right now. I'm doing this for y'all. I'm doing it for y'all. Whew, this is what I'm wearing, y'all. Maybe that's why people looking at me. I don't care. I got my short dress on, and it is what it is. Okay, so yeah, I bought everything in that classroom with my own money, except for the things that the school gave me. Like, they did provide us with like dry erase markers, whiteboards, pencils, papers, construction paper, like the basic materials like that the students are going to need. They did provide that for us. I had to purchase like my decorations and all the cute little seating and pillows and little caddies. I purchased all of that on my own. If you just use the things that the school gives you, you're gonna have a very dry looking classroom. So it honestly depends on the school, because I did interview at a different school and they were offering like $200 to get some things for your classroom, which is not bad, because in all I would say I spent about $500 on my classroom, because my classroom rug was about $300. Okay, it was $300 alone for my classroom rug, and I know that's a lot of money, but that's something that I wanted myself for my classroom, to make it homey for my students. I didn't just want them sitting on the floor, and I didn't just want them sitting at their tables. So I personally, as a teacher, was not about to go through without a kindergarten carpet, because hello, that's my memories of kindergarten as well. Like, we need a carpet to have the vibes going on and to go with the classroom theme. They do get the things dirty, so if you're spending money on your own classroom, try and be smart about it, okay? Try and get things that is not easy to break, things that are not a lot of money, because they are going to ruin it, okay? The kindergartners, they scribble on things, they break things, all of the above. So I would highly recommend not getting things that you care a ton about, but it's still cute and fits the vibe. So that's my take on that area. Hopefully when I turn this way the lighting's not bad. So yeah, that's my take on that when it comes to like decorating your classroom and spending your hard-earned money on it. Next thing I would say, let's see my next question. Drop a comment if you love me. Because I clearly love y'all, because my arm hurting and I'm doing everything to get this video done, okay? Camera keep reheating, storage keep restarting. I just can't. These birds about to make me square up on them. I swear these birds are getting ruder and ruder. I mean, sorry, they're not rude. These birds are just being freer and freer. Like, they will see me walking and just fly right in front of me and not care. All right, so the next question is, can I ask you, do you make more as a teacher or as a nanny? I answered this under my comments, but I will 100% say I get paid more as a teacher. Now, in most cases, you 100% can get paid more than a teacher as a nanny, depending on where you're nannying, who you're nannying for, sister, and also it's a lot of factors, and vice versa for teaching. As a teacher, you can get paid less than a nanny, or you can get paid more as a nanny, depending on what school, what county, what area, what type of schooling. I know private schools get paid a lot more but have less benefits, so it's a lot of things to factor in. But I would definitely say nannying is not just no little money, because some people pay pretty good money to have somebody to watch their kid on a daily basis. Like, that's a full-time job. So it's just all about what you want. 100% I would say that. Also, I'm getting tired. I need to get my keys. The lighting is really not good this way either. Yeah, so I would definitely say it depends on what you want and what you need. I did have moments in my Montessori career before I got my degree where I was a full-time nanny, or I really wanted to be a full-time nanny on salary. I never got to the salary part, but it was 100% possible, and it could have been in my books. But it's just up to you, you know. Why is the lighting like so bad? I'm gonna come over here. Yeah, it's just all about what you want. That was 100% my last question. So thank you guys so much for watching this video. I love you guys so much. Oh my gosh, this is like hard, y'all. This tripod, I never knew this tripod was this heavy. This was very hard. So thank you guys for watching. I love you guys so much. Make sure you are subscribed, like this video, because your girl is on it with the education content and also the apartment and home real estate content. So I will see you besties in my next video. Bye besties.
Don't step on the trail. Tempo.